She's sugary, she's spice. She is everything plus nice. Take her one-on-one class and she provides the best advice. She'll take you down to the trenches, but only to lead a new way. Only for the sake of you and your legacy to establish a new day. Let's give a warm welcome to the Chief Reprimander and the Supreme Hugger, G. Smith. G. Smith.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to the Inner Chi Show. I am your host, Chi Smith here. Guys, we made it to another Tuesday. I said we made it to another Tuesday. Listen, I really hope and pray that you guys' week, look, I know it's just the second day of the week, but I really do hope and pray that you guys are having a great week. It's just something about kicking your week off to a good start and or just starting over with a brand new day. So by this time, this Tuesday evening, I really hope and pray you guys had a great day and a great start of your week. In case things have been a bit in shambles, that's why we have the Inner Chi Show. Why do we have the Inner Chi Show every week? Listen, we're not here to bombard you with a whole bunch of information. There's a lot of things happening. Your schedules are just full to capacity. And baby, you are booked and busy and balanced. Okay. Did y'all hear that? Booked, busy, and what? And balanced. Because that's what we bring here. We bring balance, baby. Ain't nothing wrong with being booked and busy. But it is a problem being booked and busy when you ain't got no balance. Okay. But we here to set the tone for the remainder of the week for you. Okay. So maybe we should say B3. Can we say that? Can we say B3 on here? Yeah. B3. Come on now. Listen, Chi Smith here. What do we do every Tuesday? First of all, we go get our pen and we get our paper. Why? Because it's going to be gems that's dropped. Y'all know how we do it. We drop in gems every week. And research shows that when you write things down, you remember them. So go get your favorite journal, the things that you've been writing down, all your Inner Chi gems and nuggets and downloads, because maybe there's something that's going to be said during the Inner Chi Show that just, prompts a certain memory or prompts a certain thought or prompts the next plan for where you're getting ready to go. Listen, we are excited for our special guest on tonight. I am thoroughly excited. I have known this queen for about a couple of years, and it's always been through indirect communication, but her spirit just always exudes through the internet. Okay, who would have knew? Listen, spirit's vibes is real. Okay, and when I tell you that her spirit has always been so pure since the first time we just chatted just over the internet. I mean, maybe I can get why people fall in love over the internet. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I fell in love with her spirit. Okay. Let's just be transparent, because we do that here at the Inner Chi Show too. We're transparent. We write things down and we're here for us. Can I say that? You are here for you tonight. And maybe, possibly, you could be here for someone else too. And that's even a better reason to tune in every Tuesday, because we want to get the information for us first, because we are important. And we understand that if we don't get self together, how can we be good for someone else? So here at the Inner Chi Show, you get it for yourself. Why? So then you can give it to others. Once it resonates with you, once it becomes your habit, once it becomes a part of your lifestyle, and you feel confident enough to share with someone else, and then you get them into the spirit of feeling confident, they rehearse it, it becomes their lifestyle, and they give it to someone else. And before you know it, it becomes a whole domino effect. We are here to spread love on this wonderful planet. Period, point blank. That's really what we're here to do. And we're here to spread gems, positive energy, knowledge, information, wisdom, clarity, all of that. And so because March is called Money Madness here at the Inner Chi Show, all March, we're going to be talking about money, okay? Monies, coins, papers, like bags, like all of that. The great thing that I love about our special guest is not only do I know that she talks about money, and we'll share her information throughout tonight's show, she did a thing. And when I tell you we're going to bring up this thing, because I invested in this thing, and this thing helped a little person in my house. Okay? So without further ado, Let me introduce to some, reintroduce to others, Miss Shanreca Crawford-Benjamin. Hello,
Oh
Queen.
my God. Hello, 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 beautiful. Peace, love, and prosperity, Queen. You got me about to cry back here. Thank you so much for that wonderful, 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 wonderful introduction. Oh my God. My heart is just like so warm and fuzzy. Okay, we got to put it together. But thank you. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. Oh God.
Let
And
me
yes, book balance. What? No, book busy and balance. I was in the back like, yes, honey, yes. You got to have all three. The three B's is necessary. Because if you just have the first two, you're gonna be stressed out. So
I'm telling you, and it's funny you because I said it to a friend girl of mine. Actually, she was on our show the 1st of February. She's an artist, and she was going to galleries here, doing shows here and there. And I was like, but then she would, you know, say, "Chi, have one of these moments, right?" And
mhm,
I was like, let's bring it to a balance.
yes,
And I said, she was like, but it's booked and I know it's booked and busy, but you got to have balance. Because if you don't have balance and all of that, what's the book and busy for?
exactly.
You know? So when I picked that up, I said, oh, okay. And that was one of them gems. Okay. So
Hmm.
I to share with the people. Like and you are booked and busy, okay, and balanced.
Amen, amen. I'm gonna receive all of that. Yes, but yeah, but that reminds me of book busy and balance. You going and you getting this money, but then the balance is what are you gonna do with it? Are you gonna make the right decisions with it? Because if
Mm,
not, you're just booked busy and stressed out, like I said before. Just kind of going back because yeah, it does. You know, too much anything is not good. So I mean, with too much anything makes you an addict. I forgot who said it in the song in her back. I like hip hop, but yeah, but too much anything is not good. So there needs to be a balance, and that's just one of those things. What are you gonna do with your money when
and
you get it?
when you get it. And so we met because I want you to share with the people who you are. But we met through a wonderful group,
Mm-hmm.
the Black Billionaires Club. We are still a part of the Black Billionaires Club. Let's be clear about that because we are Black billionaires. We are on our
Yes,
way.
we are. Yes, yes. Ah,
And
shit.
I'm telling you, it's amazing because our leader is still visible, but then he did what a leader does. He put in the work, he got the people, and then he let it do what it's supposed to do. And if as my grandma used to say, if boo boo ain't stank, we all stay in touch without the leader being,
Present,
intervening.
right? Or
You know what I'm saying?
like y'all get together, y'all do this.
And because it was all on the basis of individuals having their own journey of entrepreneurship. We've been talking about money, uh, networking with one another.
Hmm.
And of course, we went on into digital currency, cryptocurrency, all that, still talking about all that and how now NFTs and how all that is morphing and how to use your
Yes,
crypto money to buy real estate and this and that. I'm just like, just, you know,
with
but
good information.
great information. And so I want you to tell the people who you are before we jump into this great investment I was referring to, because we got to highlight that, baby, because that has been a blessing in my household. So who are you, Miss Shanreca?
Okay, dokie. Who am I? Well, my name's Shanreca Crawford-Benjamin. I'm a mother. I'm a grandmother. Sister, auntie. All of that great stuff. But just at the essence of me, I strive to make people better. Anytime I meet somebody, I want to leave them in a better place. If it's just, listening to them, whatever, venting, if it, whatever it is, however I can, you know, help them in that moment and make them better, that's what I aim to do. So, and I'm a lifelong learner. I like learning things, and I, people like, all of this stuff. I know stuff, but I tell people stuff. I pass it on, because I always seem to meet people that are interested in stuff that I've learned about. And so I'm like, able to tell them like, hey, check out this, kind of point them in the right. I'm not the expert, but I can get them in the direction. So I guess I'm a connector. I love sharing information. I love sharing people doing great things.
And that's why we had to have this moment. I gotta get Shanreca on because when I see what you're doing in your community and what you're doing with other people and how you network, you're right. You share information. And I have absolutely seen where you don't shy away from money either. Okay. You talk about money. And I love that. Now, let me ask you, have you always, who isn't interested in money? Let's be clear about that. But there's just a lot of things in our community from a financial literacy perspective that we have not always been privy to. And by the grace of God, like there's just a flood, like we're getting the information and it's clicking, it's making sense.
Mm-hmm.
And we get our babies into it too. But have you always been like a finance major? Did you get a degree in that? Like how did finance become like your thing?
Well, I would say not finance. And growing up, I was never taught about money. So my experience with money has been trial and error, basically. So, I've dealt with, collections, charge-offs, repossession even, not been evicted. So I can't say I don't have any eviction. I don't have any evictions, but, with the other things that people typically, struggle with or have experienced, I went through that and no one taught me, growing up. I was spoiled, so I saw money spent, but nobody really talked about, where it comes from, what to do with it or even the value of it. So, as I got older and I did 12 years in federal prison. So at that time, of course, I was learning, always learning, love learning. But coming out, it was my chance to start over because at that point, everything was clear. I didn't have credit at that point. So I took that opportunity and I was like, you know what? Let me get this credit right so I can go in here and be like, look, I need this and it's going to happen, So I just kind of, my daughter, she be like, Lord, she be like, I'm telling you, you worse than the man when it come to your credit. You don't be listen, you want to use this because I revoke your privileges. I love my babies though, but I will revoke their privileges. Hey, they know me playing about, but they learn, it's something that's necessary. And most people, but anyway, that's another subject. But yeah, that's kind of, where it started, me getting out saying, okay. And I did take a class, a financial services class. And I wanted to do financial planning. But because of my, background, I'm not able to. So that's where that went. But, I have, since I do take classes all the time, but looked into becoming a financial educator, certified financial educator. So, and I did, researched into that. So, it's clear, I'm good for going into that. So that will be my next, feat. And then, from there, continue teaching because, I want to be able to, I do better, I feel, teaching kids. I feel like I can break it down, and I know with me with an adult it's more of a patience thing. It's not, I got to work on that, but I have more patience with a child. So, and that's maybe just my thing,
And let me ask you, were your kids, were they open to receiving it? Because I heard you say that, you got it for you, but then you started teaching your kids. Did you find that they were receptive to the way that you were explaining it to them and helping them understand money?
Well, they are. Because when I left, my children were young. They were like 5 and 9. So when I came home, like I said, 12 years later, they're my youngest daughter, she was graduating high school. My oldest daughter had already graduated, so they were grown, at that point. But whenever I share anything with them, they know, because they're like, oh God, you're gonna go to school for the rest of your life. And I'm like,
Right.
but they be happy when I tell them something that can help, so. But yeah, they were receptive. They still, of course, you make your own choices and still do things. Sometimes they're not in your best interest, but for the most part, like,
Right.
oh, she told me
Right. well, I really want to share with the people, because again, we've been membership friends for at least 2 years, I can say. And when I tell you, when I saw this, and I got babies, and those who follow me, and I know you do, I'm always talking about the babies.
Yes, pouring into them babies.
I'm so passionate about it, because what you just said, we didn't always get it, if we got it at all. So now that we have it, we want to pour into our babies. And I'm really hoping and praying that our generation and older are saying, I didn't give it to my kids, but let me give it to my grandkids. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because they carry it on. Like, we can't keep carrying on ignorance or shunning it away, or, acting like it don't exist. I mean, who's not trying to make money? And even kids like money, because they like to go buy toys and games and clothes and shoes and
right.
whatever. I know my oldest got a job, and he had already spent it before he got his first check. And I was like, now listen.
Right.
Listen, chill
And
out. I have my baby is just turned 10 on Monday. And let me share with the people. Listen, this book right here, Kids Love Money. Okay? Kids Love Money. And this is a beautiful workbook, very interactive, colorful, kid-friendly, ask questions. Look, you see, she didn't already put an answer.
Okay, she ain't. She been working.
She did this, and she did this in like 2 days. It was a weekend, and I had to tell, wait a minute, let's take some pages at a time. But she easily grasped the concept. And then I said, okay, well, shoot, you already went to the doggone workbook. Well, let's do these cards. Y'all, Miss Shanreca got cards to go with the workbook. So you're not just, beating them up with the worksheets. You can play goldfish. Okay, you can play Uno or something. Get creative with these cards. I mean, the first day she said, "Mommy, so you're self-employed?" I said, "I am." And you provide products and services. It clicked. So I said, I gotta get Miss Shanreca on, because I need the people, y'all. This is how early does this book go? Like, can a 5-year-old do it? I mean,
actually, a 5-year-old could do it. Because they're, of course, they may need a little bit of parental guidance or whatever. But the book is good for kids from ages 5 up to, I would say, even 15, because like she said, a lot of times they don't understand the value, or they don't even know what it is. And then studies show that kids start, learning numbers, or should learn numbers, around the age of 4. Well, that should be the time that you introduce money to them, and they start learning, this is a penny, this is $1, learning what it is, and what the, connecting those two. And then you're able to move on to adding it, and then subtracting it, and those things. So just a lot of times recognizing what I know, we don't really use money, now as much, or we don't see it visibly. I will say that. And then a time will come that we won't use it at all. But anyway, we ain't gonna talk about that right now. For those who don't know, or for those who know, but connecting those two things at an early age and then adding on, different concepts after that, how do they get it, through being, an employee or self-employed or a business owner, or even an investor, because that's a way that you bring in income also. And breaking down, digital currency, just different things about money that people normally don't think about. But I feel that are helpful, and that'll help build a foundation for them as they get older, and they're able to add on to that. Like I said, you start out, find out what it is, and then you can add, and then you can subtract, and then you can learn multiplication and division and all of that good stuff, and go from there and learn how to multiply your money, where to put it, just different other concepts, with the book. That book that you have is the initial book that just basically talks about money, what it is, the value, how to get it, stuff like that. But the next book that came out, the Savers Edition, and I know a lot of people are against, people talking about saving your money, not making money, and it's losing value. We're not talking about that concept though, because that's something else. That's even a different concept, on top of once they learn what saving is, reasons why people save, things you need to have, you need to be determined, you need to have a goal, how to, determine what's a need and a want, how to come up with a goal, how do you make a goal? How do you break down that goal to where you can do it? You don't look at the big number. It's what the elephant, how do you eat the elephant? One bite at a time. So just those things, because once they understand, savings, what it is, and they get that foundation, now they know how to make money. Now they know how, to at least determine what, should I spend it or should I not? Then they can go into, okay, what can I do with it now? Further than, just spending, because it does mention spending, investing, and saving and donating, those things. But then it goes into budgeting, where to put it, places to put it. So, and I just feel like kids need to learn that, because the earlier they learn it, then they don't have to go through what we went through and what some of us still go through every day, because we ain't trying to learn no different. And let me say this, if you don't want to learn it, let the babies learn it. It's okay, because soon not soon saying it like this, but eventually they will be here alone. And so, the earlier they can learn it, you'll know that they can take care of themselves. They'll make good decisions in their lives. They won't be pressured by just trying to survive, like a lot of us have been, making decisions based on our financial situation.
Right. And on that note, let us go to a quick commercial. We will be right back to talk about money. Kids love money with Miss Shanreca Crawford-Benjamin.
What is an autoimmune disease, you may ask? It is a condition in which your immune system attacks your body. The immune system responsibility is to guard against germs like bacteria and viruses. When it senses these foreign invaders, it sends out a signal of fighter cells to attack them. In an autoimmune disease, the immune system confuses parts of your body, like your joints or your skin, as foreign. It releases proteins called autoantibodies that attack healthy cells. Autoimmune diseases can target one or more organs. For example, type 1 diabetes damages the pancreas, while others like lupus affect the whole body. With EnEarthG, they help everyday people such as yourself with understanding their conditions, help them manage it, and build a long-lasting healthy lifestyle. Of course, this is through holistic practices and home remedies. So what are you waiting for? Come on and join the EnEarthG journey.
www.earthgi.com.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome to the Energy Show. I am your host, Chi Smith. We have Miss Shanreca Crawford-Benjamin here gracing us with her presence, talking to us about money. Okay, the bag, the coins,
Get some
saving,
money.
budgeting, investing your money at the baby level and even the adult level, okay? Because sometimes we need to start, Miss Shanreca.
At the beginning.
Someone's got to start at the beginning, and that's okay. And that's okay. And that is okay. And so because that segues right before we went to commercial break, you were speaking about, whether the adults want it or not, the babies are going to be here and they are going to be tasked with decisions on how to manage finances, how to manage the family money, how to manage even their own money. So one of the questions that I wanted to ask you is, why do you feel and think that our culture in particular is afraid of money? Because we're not afraid to go look good. We're not afraid to work to get the money, to get our windows tinted, get the big rims, get the latest sound, get the latest vehicle, get the nice threads. We know how to go make the money. But when it comes to that whole saving, budgeting, investing conversation, and then the various levels of currency, we kind of, chuck our head into our shells like a turtle. Yeah. Why are we afraid of money? Why do you think we're afraid of it?
Well, I would say mindset. And I say that because, one, it's not something that was common, or normal to most people, growing up. So it's almost like a trauma. If you think about it, if you've always been in that scarcity environment, situation, then it's all you kind of know. And speaking from experience, sometimes, because I like to know stuff, going into the unknown is like, is a real challenge. You really have to want to push yourself, and most people are going to just stay with the norm, what's comfortable, even though they're going to complain about it. They're going to, it's at least I know what it is, type of mentality. And for them, that's pretty much, I feel that that is the thing. You got to have the right mindset. And then too, I'm gonna say religion. Sometimes people think that being poor is the humble thing to do. But God said it's work to be done in the earth. I mean, it ain't, you don't do it for free. That's the case where nobody get paid. Wouldn't be no businesses. Everybody just be doing stuff for free.
Right. And look, you didn't said it now. You didn't drop that gem. Okay, y'all better. I hope y'all wrote that one down. Listen, because it also says the harvest is ripe, but the laborers are few. Like it's plenty out here, but not too many of us willing to go work
for it.
And so that's why I wanted to ask you, because that's the elephant in the room, right? That's something that we don't often talk about in our community. Yeah. Which is why our babies, have a deficit. They are. I mean, look, I will raise my hand. I had to work my way out of some things because, I knew how to make the money, but my parents were not investors. My parents just knew how to make it. Whether they worked or they had 2 to 3 jobs, and it was just money just sitting in the bank. It was like that made them feel, some means of pleasure, like I got it in the bank, but it was just sitting there. And now, of course, I'm older. I'm like, y'all could have put that money.
Right. Yeah, could have made me rich.
I'm like, this head just chilling, like ain't got no type of return. Oh man, so talk about it, but that's a real thing. And because they didn't know what to teach me, like, look, I went to college, and before second year, I was in debt. Why? Because of all these accolades I had coming out of high school. Somebody giving you a who's who, a card, and $500 here and $1,000 on that,
Right.
on that. Look, and we're talking about a college student. Yeah, craziness. So, for me, it's important for us to really take money serious and understand it. And again, I wanted to, ask, what was your perspective on? Do you think that we're, why are we afraid of it? And so then the follow-up question to that is, okay, so now we're in the era where people know. Okay, so but now we're not sharing it though, like we're supposed to share it.
Right. Now it's to the point where, and in a sense, they've kind of got, people that think that way they've in turn gotten that scarcity mentality, scared that somebody else is going to do better. I mean, not saying everybody, because there are people who are sharing, information, but if everybody shared something, then how much better would the next person be? Really, but that that crabs in a barrel mentality kicks in, because I mean, you can only be who you are, right?
Right.
So if you felt like that when you was broke, I mean, you get a little change, you still gonna be still you. It's still gonna be you, because all you did was get the money, but you didn't get the real value of it, because it's not the money that you want just to have the money. It's the things that the money offer you, that freedom. I like to help people. I wish, and one day, God willing, I'm gonna be traveling all over the world, just giving away money, helping people, make their dreams come true, whatever they want to do. That's what I want to do. Just travel the world and give away money.
Right.
So, and be able to help and be a blessing to the next person. I mean, it's only so much stuff materially that you can't have, and that because most times we get things and we use it for a short time, or if ever, because and
Don't go to my garage.
Look, I always say, well, it seemed like a good idea when I bought it, and then still be sitting in a box years later. That was a quick, good idea, the quickest ever. Right. But yeah, I done got off track. But it's that you are who you are. Unless you work on who you are, whatever you was is just gonna still be, X'd, because now you got money, and so that's just gonna, intensify the situation.
Right. And I'm glad you said that, and because I see a lot of clients that come in through our office that have those type of mentalities, and that may be the blockage in what's keeping them from going into the next financial level. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe whatever trauma or whatever someone, some type of, childhood experience or just life experience, people have this, it's mine. It's a selfish, what belongs to me is it belongs to me. It doesn't belong to anybody else. I went out, I got it. So you got to do it the same way.
That's
Everybody does not have to struggle. That's the whole point. How about you help somebody else from struggling? Like, really, like that should really be the mentality. Why are you okay? And this is what I have to work through with some of the clients is, why are you okay with watching someone else struggle? Does that give you some type of butterfly feeling?
Right.
What is it about someone else's struggle that entices you, that gives you the warm and fuzzies? It should not.
No, it shouldn't. It should not. I mean, even if you don't give them money, like give them some kind of something that can help them be better. I mean, help is not always money,
Right.
but give them a resource or point them in the right direction, or you know what I'm saying, something that can help them, become better.
Right.
I mean, who is it? Zig Ziglar that said, we get what we want by helping others get what they want. I mean, it all works together, because if you helping other people, that's they're gonna it in turn helps you, but it all comes around because karma, what you put out,
That's right. Back.
it
You
comes
you
back.
reap what you sow. Period. You reap what you sow.
However,
So what's next for you? Because I'm gonna be real. I see a children's workshop. Okay, I'm just gonna go and say it.
well, it maybe I've done a couple of like presentations for my church, and for I partnered with Dr. Deborah. Lord, Dr. Deborah, don't kill me, because I don't forget the name of it, Jesus. But I partnered with her nonprofit. Oh, because she has a program, You and Me Too, where the parent and the child learn together. So yeah, we had kids, present as well as adults, and I had games going, and you can win money for the right answers, and I mean, the adults was just like, I was like, y'all taking all the kids' money, but
The baby's playing.
right, they was playing. They was like, I'm playing for my such and such, But yeah, they was playing, but they enjoyed it, and I thought about maybe doing like I don't know. I like the interaction because it is fun. I be having fun because I like playing games. I used to train at a call center, and we used to play games. I like games, but I like but it's just been with the pandemic, trying to be in a space to be able to do it. But we did it virtually, so I mean, it still turned out good. But it's nothing like being perfect. I don't know, but I might do a course. I'm still.
You should. I think you should. I think you should. I look, and maybe that's my own selfish reasons, because I know my baby would absolutely participate, especially after had
Yes.
experienced this wonderful workbook. Y'all please go and get this Kids Love Money. And listen, not just for your own personal home, your own personal household. Think about your church. Think about your community. Think about your organization. Whether you are an author yourself and you want to expand your brand, there are bundle opportunities, I believe, right, Ms. Shanreca? There's
Right.
bundle opportunities.
You can buy the book separate. You can buy the flash card separately, or you could buy that book and the flash card set as a bundle. The other book is separate. It doesn't have flashcards because some of the words that are in that book are also in that deck, because it kind of introduces words. But I believe I will eventually, before the next book, which is Money Management, before that one comes out, I think I may do flashcards and then put like some of the words that's in the savings edition in there, also just to reiterate what they've learned, or to introduce for those who didn't get the book, but also introduce new terms for the upcoming book. So,
and guys, I'm telling you, my baby, she did this in 2 days, and that was not the plan,
right.
but it was so interactive, and I mean, it has questions. Look, we got multiple choice, and she answered the questions, and it's just it's colorful. It's your 5-year-old could do this. You could do it together with your baby's 5-year-old. Again, I definitely want to highlight, grabbing these books and these flashcards for a game night. Look, we got, what was before money? Like, come on, y'all.
Right. I mean, it has a little history, little math in it, problem solving. Basically, it kind of takes them through all of those so that way they can understand it. They can see it. They can, work it out.
And I look at it, as we are landing the plane, I look at it like it's definitely a community effort. Why am I pushing this? Why was Ms. Queen Shanreca on the Inner Chi show? Because you know what? Y'all see y'all baby's grades.
Right.
And we see what the statistics are in different areas of these United States of the Americas. Okay. if we can introduce the content early enough, it won't be challenging and or so hard once they go into various institutions. They will be elated to answer the question. It won't be foreign to them. They won't operate in fear and freeze up and won't finish the practical exams and all the things that's needed for them to go to the next grade level. We want to introduce money. What I have learned is even with adults, and it's stated, it's your relationship with money that will actually define how successful you may be in life with money. So if we can create the right relationship with our babies with money early, helping them understand that money can be a tool to do whatever you want it to do. You don't have to be afraid of it. Look, as heartfelt as this is, we see the young babies on corners getting it.
Okay. Right. Because that's what they understand as money. And that's what they've been shown, about money. And like you said, it not just the grades, but this is a life skill. We have to have money in whatever form it's in. We have to have it in order to navigate through this here world, right? So why not understand it, right? Why not be able to master it? If you didn't have that opportunity growing up, why not offer it to somebody else that's coming up? Because you know what? I thought about my grandson having to do stuff that he don't want to do, because he was 2 when I actually wrote it. I thought about him having to do stuff that he didn't want to have to do. I thought about myself going to jobs sometimes that I ain't want to, like doing stuff, like I said, making decisions based off of our financial situation, which is connected to the knowledge that we have about financial literacy. So if you can give them the knowledge early, right, they're going to make better decisions about their money, about their life, and be able to help others and put themselves in a position to where they don't have to answer to other people or do things that they don't want to do. Just like this pandemic came and people was like, you gonna get a shot or you lose your job. And I was like, well, I'm quitting then. Okay. I'm gonna work till y'all fire me, whatever. That's just how I took it, because you're not going to make me do something. But I know that some people will be like, you know what, I'll go ahead and get it because it's tied to your family. I know that I can make some money, doing other stuff, but I'm doing this right now too, and when I get done with this, then I'm done, I'm finished. But it all serves a purpose, whether you work a job or you don't work a job. You work a job, work the job, and let the job help you to build something that's going to be long lasting for those who come behind you. Make life easier for somebody else. Because she said earlier, one of the things that I've always heard was, I had to do it. Why, you can do it. I had to do it. But why would you? Why would you, if the good books say that you're supposed to make, a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children? Why wouldn't you? It wasn't left for you, but that don't mean you can't leave it for somebody else. Don't take the attitude, well, I had to do it. They can do it too. What would Jesus do? You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say with that. What would Jesus do?
Right. And definitely he didn't keep it all to himself. Let's be clear. If you read, if you know it,
right.
He didn't keep everything that he had, he gave. Everything, knowledge, wisdom, all of that. For you to be prosperous and to be in good health. That's what it say. Yeah. That I wish for you to prosper.
Yes.
Prosperity, and be in good health. Not with all these diseases. Yeah, and I broke that word up for a reason.
Right. Because that's it's stress, and that's gonna bring disease. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you got it in here, and it's gonna come out. And I don't know. I'm just, like I said, I try to make people better, but I thought about I thought about my grandson. I wasn't always there, with my kids growing up. I missed a lot, but I said, I got grandbabies. This is my chance to do it even, do it even bigger, better. And then I can send them home when they writing, at the end of the day. All right, I'm gonna fuel the jet up and send y'all on. Say, mom, you're on your way.
Right. You said it best, Queen Shanreca. And I appreciate you. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Yes, it is my pleasure.
Sharing. I will ensure that people, all of your information has been scrolling all show. So guys, please go follow Queen Shanreca. She also has a wonderful show herself every Wednesday. Say Something, baby. It is phenomenal. She is dropping gems on her show too. Please go and follow her on all her social media platforms, streaming down here below. Like and share. Go grab this content for your babies, and don't just buy one, buy several. Create something for your families, for your household, for your organizations. It's well worth it. I know my baby learned in a weekend, and I'm like,
right.
Asking me questions. I'm just like, okay, but she ready. So now she's like, okay, I see my mom do stuff. I want to use my money. Because one thing I've learned, kids don't use their money; they use the parents' money. But,
they got money.
Yeah, draw full of stuff, and I'm like, okay. But with that, she says, I want to put this here, put that there, and then I want to just have $20 or $30 to do something for myself. Y'all, that's what this did. Okay.
Right. And that's why I say it's a great resource for kids to learn. They need to learn this. You gotta learn this. You don't want people just out here making the same mistakes. That's called what is generational curse. Passing that down, one generation to the next. You ain't trying to learn nothing, and you ain't teaching nothing. You ain't getting them the resources to learn this stuff or to do anything with it. So that's just, leaving them in the same situation. One thing we do need to do better on financial literacy is people out there giving out information. If you don't buy the book from me, that's fine, but find a book, find a class, find something. If you need to learn, it would be good. It would be an awesome thing. But if not, something for the kids. Get something for the kids, because I believe sometimes people older people are just older people, and then but they ain't gonna be here forever. So you got to think about those who are going to be here, and just make it a little easier for them, especially with the way things are. I'm gonna say for us. I don't know. For us.
Right.
I feel like it's important. We've been behind so long, and now that the opportunity is here to know anything, information is everywhere. To know anything you want to know, learn, do anything, always could. But some of those things, as far as being anything you want to do, but the opportunity is here, and people are still not taking advantage of spending time. All of this entertainment, this mess that's on, is meant to distract. It's meant to distract. I've even thought about learning coding to create a game, actually. And I still may, or I want to learn coding because it just seemed kind of interesting. But in order to speed the process up, I had to get somebody else to do it. But a game, because I know that parents will buy a game before they buy a book. I mean, I'm all for the game if the game is going to teach you something, because I buy education stuff. That's what I buy. I'm in the leapfrogs, and something you're going to learn something. That's what I'll book don't find is all that. You a baby. You keep sending this stuff for here like I'm a teacher. You going to be.
Baby, I'm not all of it.
Had labeling the whole house, wall, shoe, basket, because they need to know. They need to know certain, those things. Because what I'm learning is everyone doesn't speak the same. Everyone doesn't use the same words, because words have different meanings, right? So kids aren't exposed to, the variations or whatever. And the first thing they'll be like, oh, well, they don't know. They have a learning disability. They're quick to label the kids. So, and this goes with, this is understanding, saying it's reading, it's math, it's all of that. And, combined to be able to, because they need to be able to understand it, they, read it, apply it, with the math.
Right.
So.
Well, you are doing an awesome job, Queen, and I my hat off to you, and I really thank you. You are serving the babies, you're serving families, you're serving the communities, and yeah, I see these workshops coming, whether they are virtual and or in person. Look, because we can be safe, but folks is back in these streets, so folks do what they want to do, and I see that they in these streets.
Yes, anyway, I'm right there too.
So might as well bring the babies out and everybody learn together and have a
have a good time. Yeah, have a good time, learn something,
So,
and that's a bonding period for you and your child.
Absolutely.
See, you learning, because kids emulate things also. So be mindful of that, even with spending money. The way in which you spend money. Like I said, I always saw people spending money, but I never learned, where it came from and those things. So, when I'm getting money, like you said, the credit cards and those things, I'm like, hey, like it's unlimited, but it's a limit to it, and the people want their money back. Now, like, well, I don't know what to tell them because I thought it was mine.
Right.
So, they don't know that. And a lot of things we don't think to teach them because we weren't taught.
Right. We definitely going to do better. And the way we do better is by introducing to our babies, and do it like we do baby food. Introduce one fruit, one vegetable at a time.
Right.
Until they like it. And if they don't like it, find something else that they're going to take a liking to. But just don't stop talking about financial literacy. So parents, if you have not been encouraged, I pray that you were on tonight's show. I really hope that you grabbed your babies so that they could see some of the material. Maybe they got excited. Mommy, what's that? Daddy, what's that? Auntie, what's that? What you looking at? I seen some cows or something on there. Hopefully intrigue them to get them interested. So thank you, Queen Shanreca. Is there anything you'd like to leave the people with before we go?
You can check out the book and work, all of that stuff at www.kidslovemoney.shop. So that's kidslovemoney.shop. And also, it's just like I, put in the books, never stop learning.
Never stop learning. Y'all heard it first. Thank you so much, Queen. If you don't mind, hold off as we end.
Yes, thank you. And thank you again. I appreciate you.
Yes, ma'am. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's Energy Show. I really, really hope that you gained some knowledge. This was a really heartfelt conversation, and it was meant to be just that. We have to do better regarding financial literacy. I'm learning every day, and all that I'm learning, I'm teaching my babies. And so that's really what the gist of tonight's show was. Get it for you so you can get it for your babies. And even if you're not ready, you never know. What you introduce to your babies, you might find that you take a liking to it as you're introducing it to your babies. And before you know it, everybody's learning around the kitchen table together. And that's what it's all about. It's about learning together so we can build together. That is it. So guys, please go to kidslovemoney.shop, grab your materials, and let's see some magic take place. So guys, thank you again. I appreciate you. We came in peace. We leave you in peace. Blessings unto you and all that you do. Next time, we'll see
you. She's sugary. She's spice. She is everything plus nice. Take her one-on-one class and she provides the best advice. She'll take you down to the trenches, but only to lead a new way, only for the sake of you and your legacy to establish a new day. Let's give a warm welcome to the Chief Reprimander and the Supreme Hugger, G. Smith.